Know that which is known. Learn that which is unknown. Seek that which is noble. Create that which is unknowable. Boccob is the sage and archmage of the pantheons of Urth. He knows every spell ever crafted and every magic item ever made, has raised mortals to godhood and has blasted would-be challengers into oblivion. He sees the past, all the way back to the creation of the world, the present and even the future, when magic itself has succumbed to a slow wasting end. He knows what you are going to do before you know it yourself, and his plans already account for it. His role as god of foreknowledge is a blessing and a curse, for his vision shows him that magic is declining on Urth and will eventually fade away. Boccob is an ancient deity known by all cultures of the world, certainly predating all civilizations and all but the oldest gods. He oversees the maintenance of magic on Urth and investigates anything that weakens or interrupts the power of magic, as he believes that Urth's magic is what makes it unique and a fascinating place. Its slow decline is a source of great sadness for him, and he works to forestall it as long as possible. He constantly seeks to learn more of planar structures, the logic of magic, long-lost lore, and the underpinnings of magic's role in the multiverse, hoping to find another clue to delaying the eventual decline of magic on Urth. He watches for a possible return of Tharisden, the dark entity that wishes to unravel the fabric of the universe, using every iota of magic to assist him in this task. That is why he is above mortal concerns, willing to use good and evil, law and chaos, to serve his purposes, gaining strength by keeping them balanced in opposition. He is venerated by seers, astrologers, and the like, but Boccob, called the Uncaring, is indifferent to whether or not people worship him, as his strength is based on the power of magic itself rather than mortal worship. The origin of Boccob, the greater god of magic, is shrouded in mystery and legend, much like the arcane secrets he guards. It is said that before the dawn of time, when the cosmos was but a swirling void of chaos and potential, Boccob emerged from the primordial ether as a being of pure magic and intellect. The Uncaring sat in his library of lore in the outer planes and observed the birth of a new prime material plane. It intrigued him. It became an object of study for him, for it was a deity that was transforming. He remained practically unnoticed to what was happening in this universe. He sometimes wondered if it was worth keeping his attention on. His unnoticed presence was about to change, as Tharisden, the pitch-black, rolling, amorphous form, crept ever closer, chanting,
"The very threads of existence must be torn asunder, then burned, then the ashes scattered, until all is nothing and no one exists to remember existence."
The cosmic archmage realized that this dark entity had to be stopped, and he designed a god trap of such complexity that it could banish Tharisden if the 7 gods, the Etherics, focused their might to defeat it. Boccob also created an enormous magical planetary ring around the planet Biori as an extra measure of defense, but this had an unexpected effect of allowing magic to seep into the world. Since that event, Boccob became somewhat more involved with Urth. In the ethereal expanse of the divine realm, where the essence of magic intertwines with the fabric of existence, there exists a being whose form embodies the boundless mysteries of the arcane. This is Boccob, the god of magic, knowledge, and the unknown. He is mostly depicted as a quintessential mysterious wizard, his white hair resting on his purple robes, covered with golden runes and sigils that seem to twist and change on the edges of one's gaze. He carries the original staff of the Magi that has a multitude of other magical powers as well as a myriad of other relics. Other details of Boccob's appearance vary from location to location, as local faiths and cultures describe him as looking more like them. His voice echoes like the whispers of the wind through the cosmos, carrying with it the secrets of creation and the mysteries of the arcane. He is not merely a god, but a living embodiment of the mysteries of magic and the vast expanse of knowledge that lies beyond mortal comprehension. Boccob is an aloof deity, not out of arrogance, but because his work is of the utmost importance, and the distractions of celestial politics are a waste of his valuable time. He is coolly neutral towards all other deities, postponing meetings when he must and ignoring taunts. One may think Vecna is of interest to Boccob, as their interests may occasionally overlap, especially arcane knowledge and the pursuit of hidden truths. However, Vecna is all about secrets, his pursuits of power at any cost, and his association with undeath puts him at odds with Boccob's more neutral and detached approach to magic and knowledge. He is slightly more tolerant of the goddess Ouija's, although he finds her irrelevant interests, beauty and death, distract her from her true potential. The only other deity he has any regular contact with is the ascended demigod Zagig, his servant, who acts as his liaison to other deities and the mortal world. Boccob teaches us that magic and knowledge are intertwined, like the threads of a tapestry. Just as a skilled weaver creates beautiful patterns by combining different colors and textures, Boccob shows us how to weave together the threads of magic and understanding to create wondrous things. Followers learn that one's own ethical and moral leanings, while personally important, are fleeting and immaterial, while only magic is truly eternal. And thus, the study of magic must take priority over considerations of good and evil. He teaches us to respect the mysteries of the universe, just like how we're curious about the stars twinkling in the night sky. Boccob encourages us to be curious about the world around us. He wants us to ask questions, to explore and to seek out knowledge wherever it may be found. He teaches that a person is essentially alone in the world and that he or she must seek to understand every aspect of the world around them. The study of magic and arcane lore is an essential part of the understanding, for magic permeates everything from the skies to the waters to the souls of the living. Boccob teaches us that magic is a powerful force that flows through everything in the world. It's like a river that runs deep beneath the earth, unseen but ever present. He shows us how to tap into this magic, to harness its energy and use it to shape the world around us. But Boccob also reminds us that magic is not something to be taken lightly. Just as a fire can warm us on a cold night, it can also burn if we're not careful. He teaches us to use magic responsibly, to respect its power, and to always consider the consequences of our actions. And he encourages us to share what we learn with others, to help each other grow and learn together. His symbol consists of a simple yet elegant, open, unblinking eye balanced on a pedestal within a pentagon. The eye represents Boccob's omniscience, his knowledge of all. Sometimes the eye may be embellished with arcane symbols or surrounded by other mystical imagery, reflecting the depth and complexity of magic and the mysteries of the universe. Followers of Boccob, such as wizards, scholars, and those who seek understanding and mastery of the arcane, often wear or display this symbol proudly as a mark of their faith and devotion to the god of magic. It serves as a reminder of their pursuit of knowledge, enlightenment, and the power of magic under the watchful gaze of Boccob. Temples of Boccob, called the Bastions of Knowledge, are rare and either set away from outside interference or in only the largest cities. In fact, most places of worship will actually come down to small altars in libraries, schools of magic, or in the home of a worshipper living away from civilization, in places difficult to access. When the temple is a magical school of sorts, then Boccob favors tall, round towers for his temples. Although the one in Greyhawk City is a pyramid, and almost all are magically protected from outside interference, visitors are as likely to meet wizards as well as clerics inside these colleges, studying both the divine and the arcane. Visitors to a temple of Boccob usually get a cool greeting at best, and are never truly welcomed unless they have some unusual magic item to offer for examination or money to spend on spells, magic items, or information. Worship services involve intensely intricate rituals, the recitation of exquisitely complex formulae, and readings from holy books that fetishize knowledge as an end unto itself. Holy days revolve around complex calculations, predicting alignments of stars and planets, as well as the day of great discovery in the month of Fireseek, where the priests report their findings and discoveries to other temples. The souls of Boccob's worshippers who have stayed true to his teachings are drawn into his realm, the Library of Lore. An imposing, impregnable citadel sits atop a barren bluff in the Outlands, in the Outer Plains. Their souls appear as they did in life and serve as librarians, scribes, researchers, inventors, or guides in the immense library. After a while, the soul becomes less and less itself and more like the plane that is floating around it, until it melts into the plane itself. These are Boccob's anathema. Pursue mundane paths over magical ones. Desecration, destruction, or suppression of knowledge. Destroying any magic items and relics, even if they are evil. Willful ignorance and close-mindedness. These are the beliefs of the faithful. Balance takes precedence over good, evil, law, or chaos. We must reject the incursions of good as the oppression of evil, and we must repeal overly rigid laws without sinking into anarchy. Magic reigns supreme. Magic is the most important thing that the world offers us, and it is necessary to preserve and strengthen it in a way that it does not upset the balance. The pursuit of knowledge. The understanding that the mysteries of the universe lead to enlightenment and empowers individuals to shape not only their own destinies, but strengthens against the decline of magic. These are the goals of the faithful. Defeat Tharisdun's influence. Tharisdun, an evil god of entropy imprisoned ages ago, is somehow responsible for the decline of magic, despite his confinement. Always investigate news and rumors of Tharisdun's influence and act against it. Unravel the mysteries of the universe. The relentless curiosity to understand the secrets of the cosmos, to unlock the hidden truths of reality and to explore the depths of magic, pushing the boundaries. Empower potential. Empower individuals to realize their full potential as beings of magic and intellect. These are the everyday sayings of the faithful. They tell a great deal about their beliefs and morals. Balance above morality, knowledge above all. This is the central creed of the faith, worn into the mind of every acolyte and apprentice. In times of stress, they repeat this to themselves like a mantra, until they can focus on the task at hand. It's such a conditioned response that if presented with an absurd question or choice of actions, a believer's first response is usually to quote it. Magic makes the world stranger than we could possibly imagine. This is typically used as a response to folk who doubt the existence of something bizarre in the world, such as a sinking island or a forest made of stony, human-like pillars. Those who study the past, future, and the multitude of planes are more likely to accept an obscure report of something that can only be explained by magic. Magic is the lifeblood of Urt. A follower of Boccob is expected to nurture and protect magic as he would his own blood. In this way he extends and invigorates the world, just as eating sustains his own body. Just as a sickened body cannot uphold the balance, weakened magic cannot uphold Urt. The faithful of Boccob hold all magic items in high regard, but a few are valued above all others, and not always for being relics. Darvak's staff. This staff of power was wielded by a mighty Uridian wizard during the height of the great kingdom of Erdi. Darvax was an accomplished wizard with several personalized teleportation spells, and with the staff he flitted across the great kingdom, unearthing troves of ancient lore. He left on a planar quest in his 40th year and was never heard from again, although rumors of his staff surface every few decades, easily recognized by the adamantine symbol of Boccob on its top end. The staff is made of a black dragon's carved thigh bone. It is possible that the item has lost all of its charges and is just a magical quarterstaff now, but given Darvax's skill, it is likely he allowed for some way to recharge it, especially given that he wielded it for years and wasn't shy about using it. The razor bands of the Archmage. This powerful magic item is held in high esteem by the church, for it received a blessing from the god himself during an encounter on a remote plane. The item is a steel orb about 3 inches across, graven with lines, spirals, and a single instance of Boccob's symbol. It orbits the bearer's head like an iron stone. The orb is also an offensive weapon, unfolding into a tangle of razor-sharp loops on command. A creature caught in the bands also takes slashing damage. The Sphere of Time Scrying. This crystal ball with special powers dates back almost to the end of the Sul Empire. Although its command words are in an ancient magical language, magical texts show that the spells used in its creation bear spell fragments common to the wizardry of the Sul, and most scholars believe the item was created by a Sul wizard. The sphere is usually a blue or green color, but sometimes turns red or even deep violet when used. Ancient texts reveal it has various divining powers. The Disc of Concordant Opposition. Boccob's mastery in magic allows him to create the lethal Disc of Concordant Opposition at will, a seemingly grey construct of interwoven positive and negative energy that can destroy any creature, object, or force it comes in contact with. Boccob has used the disc to obliterate liches, archfiends, and mortal wizards who sought to challenge him or interfere with his work. So complete was their destruction that even their names are lost, and few records even hint at their existence at all. It is rumored that such a disc is hidden on Urth as well, in an empty ancient temple of his name. If you made it this far and enjoyed my video, please leave a comment and show your support by ringing that bell icon. I want to thank everyone that is already supporting me by sharing my content on other platforms, and liking the videos and spreading the lore, and I especially want to thank the members that sponsor my work and help me keep my gear and software running. If you want to interact more with me, head over to my community tab here on YouTube, or go to the website where you can also join the league and decide on future videos through the sponsor meters. The links are in the description. Until next time.